Hi there, we are Denise and Marc, a husband and wife real estate team in the Greater Moncton area, here today with a local real estate market update as we recap the third quarter of 2024. We've seen some shifts in the market, so stick around to get all the insights.
Okay, let's get right into some numbers, starting with detached homes. In July, 242 homes were sold. That was a big increase of 33.7% over July of last year. Now, we did also have 392 new properties hit the market, so even though it was a really good month for sales, there were enough new listings to keep things fairly balanced and not send us into a frenzy of an aggressive seller's market. In that type of market, we could expect prices to jump up quickly, but the relative stability we saw compared to last year indicated that it stayed balanced. The average came in at a little over $383,000, which was up 4.1% over last year, so an increase, but not astronomical.
In August, though, we did see a shift, and it was a much slower month. We saw 268 homes sold, which was down 13.8% compared to last year. But here again, new listings kept things relatively balanced with a 12% decrease at 341. And that slight softening in activity also showed in prices, with the average price dropping almost $24,000 compared to July. September was a pretty good month with 228 homes sold. That was up 9.1% year over year. And new listings definitely rebounded as well at 380. That's a 21.8% increase from last year. The average price also moved up a little at a little over $363,000, but the peak was still July.
As of the end of September, the benchmark price for a detached home stood at $366,100. Benchmark pricing is the estimated price of a typical home in a specific area based on key features, size, location, and condition. The idea is that it reflects the value of a typical home rather than extremes at either end of the market like luxury homes or fixer-uppers, because those can really skew average prices.
Okay, so that's your detached home snapshot. Now let's look at the semi-detached market. July was a solid month here again with 54 homes sold, a healthy 22.7% increase over last year. We also saw 63 new listings come to market, which was up 6.8%. This helped keep the market balanced, similar to what we saw in the detached market. The average price for a semi-detached home came in at $366,611. That's an 8.6% increase over last year. Definitely a notable jump, but nothing too excessive. August, on the other hand, slowed down a bit. 43 homes sold, which was a slight 2.2% decrease over last year. New listings though, wow, they dropped sharply with just 28 properties hitting the market, a 41.7% decrease.
Despite fewer listings, prices remained steady with the average price at $367,410, which is flat with last year. We did rebound in September with 38 homes sold. That was an 11.8% increase year over year. New listings came in lower than that last year though at 40, which was down 11.1%. Prices pulled back slightly from August, but were still up 4.9% from last year with an average price at $363,000. By the end of September, the benchmark price for a semi-detached home stood at $358,700, which, like in the detached market, is relatively flat compared to last year.
Now, if we look at the picture for the overall residential segment, which includes all types of residential, so detached, semi-detached, townhouses, condos, and small multifamily properties, in July we had a strong month with 356 properties sold, a 34.3% increase over last year. New listings also jumped up by 25.9% with 539 homes hitting the market. The average price for all residential types in July was $358,619. That's up 4.5% from last year. So while sales and listings were both strong, prices did remain relatively steady.
Moving into August, we saw a bit of a slowdown with 331 properties sold, a slight 2.9% drop from last year. New listings were down too, with just 396 homes coming to market, a 6.8% decrease. But even with the slight cooling in activity, the average price still saw a modest increase, coming in at $358,254, up 5.2% year over year. September saw a rebound in sales with 287 homes sold, an 8.3% increase compared to last year. New listings also rose with 455 homes coming on the market, up 14.9%. Prices followed suit, with the average price climbing to $362,517, a solid 12.9% increase from last year, making it the highest average of the quarter. By the end of September, the benchmark price for all residential properties stood at $358,900, reflecting a steady market despite a few ups and downs in sales and listings.
So to sum it all up, the residential market saw some shifts in quarter three. July was the strongest month across the board, with big gains in both sales and new listings, which helped keep prices relatively stable. August saw a bit of a slowdown, with both sales and listings dipping in most segments, but prices held steady despite the softer activity. By September, we saw a nice rebound in sales, especially in the semi-detached and overall residential market as well. New listings also picked back up, which was really nice to see.
Now, overall, as of the end of September, we are at 4 months worth of inventory. That number represents how long it would take to sell all listings at the current sale pace if no new listings were added. And the reason we look at this number is to help us determine what kind of market we're in. I mean, we certainly get a feel for it when we're out there, but numbers don't lie. Between 0 and 4 months worth of inventory is considered a seller's market. Between 4 and 7 months is considered a balanced market. And anything more than that is considered a buyer's market.
So at 4 months, we have pretty well just crossed over into a balanced market. That doesn't come as a surprise to us by any means. We've felt things just sort of calm down a little over the last 6 months, with not nearly as many homes going into multiple offers, homes taking a little longer to sell, and regularly seeing price reductions. The reductions are a clear indicator that everyone is trying to adjust to the new trends. As agents, we're using historical data to price houses, so when we're looking at comparables, I think we need to do a bit of a better job in adjusting for the current market. It's also important for sellers to understand this current market. It's still very active, but pricing your house correctly will be the key to selling quickly. With more inventory out there, buyers have more options and may not be willing to pay what they would have, say, 6 to 12 months ago.
Now, switching gears a little, interest rates continue to be a hot topic. As you've likely heard, on September 4th, the Bank of Canada lowered its benchmark interest rate by a quarter point, marking the third rate cut since June. This is great news for anyone looking to buy a home or refinance. Lower rates mean more affordable borrowing costs, which can give buyers a bit more purchasing power. For buyers, these rate cuts could be a big help. With the lower interest rates, monthly mortgage payments can become more manageable, which will hopefully open up more options within your budget. If you've been holding off, now could be a great time to jump back in. It's also a positive for sellers by hopefully bringing more buyers back to the market, which could lead to increased competition and potentially faster sales. If you're considering selling, doing it in the next few months could work well for you.
Another important change announced is that starting December 15th, the federal government will expand eligibility for 30-year mortgage amortizations to all first-time home buyers and buyers of new builds. It's a way to reduce monthly mortgage payments, so like lower interest rates, it could open up some more options if that's you. We don't love the idea of stretching it to 30 years. You'll be paying more interest and you'll be much slower building equity. But honestly, most people are going 25 anyway, so if that extra 5 years is the difference between getting you into a new home or not, I suppose it's a positive thing as long as you understand that it does come at a cost. And finally, this change won't affect the majority of home buyers in this area, but the maximum amount for insured mortgages will increase from $1 million to $1.5 million. This means more homes will qualify for mortgage insurance, helping buyers secure better rates and terms when purchasing those luxury homes.
So there you have it. That was the third quarter of 2024 in a nutshell. Hopefully you found it useful in helping you understand our local market. If you'd like to partner with us to start your own real estate journey, our contact information is in the description. We would love to hear from you.
We are Denise and Marc. Thanks for watching and see you next time.